Rage on that beat, going crazy.
What's up, my good people? It is your girl Kicks for Fresh, and I am back at it again with another episode of Pop the Culture. Now, if this is your first time ever tuning into Pop the Culture, please know on Pop the Culture we talk sneakers, fashion, and culture. This month I'm doing a little something different. I want to highlight a lot of Black and brown women that are in the sneaker community and happen to have a YouTube page. So if you were with me last week, you know that my first guest was Talks with TJ. This week, I am very, very, very excited to bring 313 Retro Queen. Now, for some of you all that are not familiar with 313, she honestly was one of the first channels that I stumbled across that were actually the women doing their thing on YouTube. So, I just hit that subscribe. I found out that she was not only the queen of retros, but she got some OG heat too. So we gonna get into that today. But before I bring her in from the backstage, I just want to say what's up to everybody that has joined us. So we got Swagoo in the building. What's good, bro? Thanks for coming through. We got Big Ruth. Appreciate you, sis. You are always here on time. I appreciate you so much. And then we got Amier. What's up, bro? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you for stopping through tonight. I'm doing all right. I got my little Starbucks cup. It looked kind of like holiday festive. I guess I'm ready for the Decembers to start because the way this summer been knocking my allergies out. Sheesh. Yeah, you pretty good. What's up, Sneaker Vibes Only? Thanks for coming through. If you are already here and you have not clicked that like button, go ahead and click the like button. It really helps out, Pop the Culture, help get this stream out to everybody. We also got King ABC07. What it do, bro? Thanks for coming through. But I know some other people gonna be coming through, so I'm not gonna leave 313 in the backstage for very too long because she's probably gonna be talking about me. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring sis from the backstage, and I want everybody to give her a warm welcome in the comment section. So everybody, welcome 313 Retro Queen.
I'm not talking about you in the background. I'm together still over here. Hollering at my phone like, grab my mouse pad.
Girl, my mouse wouldn't even work. I just threw it over there in a box because it wasn't even working today. So I let it go. I said, okay, you're going to get what you're going to get. So anyway, now that I've kind of let you enter the stream, like I said, there's going to be some other people popping in and out, but why don't you just start with introducing yourself, telling people a little bit about who you are, maybe how long you've been into the sneaker game, any kind of basic knowledge that you think would be helpful for people to know.
Okay, I am just the average girl that likes sneakers, man. Nothing really, I'm a mom. I got 2 boys, I do my thing. I collect. I think I've been doing this. I've been into sneakers my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Typical thing, I really got into, I say Jordans, like right around high school. So that was like in 94. So that was a little while back.
Right.
So I don't even know. I just kind of like the ring of Retro Queen when I made up a name. Like, you get on IG, you don't really know. You don't even think you forming an identity. I didn't think, people would really follow me like that. So I'm like, I don't really care. I'm like, pick a name. I don't know. I'm like, I like Detroit. I like retros. It is what it is. So by far, I'm not the queen of anything. So it's literally just a name that I came up with or whatever. So I don't know. Now that I think back on it, it's like the weirdest shit ever. I'd be like, and people literally call me 313. Hey, 313. I'd be like,
oh, me there.
Like, the whole thing. So, but no, I just kind of got into them around high school. I always wore sneakers, but before the whole Jordan phase had hit me or whatever, your parents buying you shoes. And my mom still, like back there, rocked the Diodoras, and I had the Nikes and like all that stuff. So, my grandfather was a firm believer that you got to keep Nikes on your feet. You mess up your feet, you don't put no. had this whole thing going. So, you know, he was just always there. You know, my mom was like, she was younger mom. So, you know, she was kind of hip with it. And I had my uncle, he's only like 15 years older than me. So, you know, kind of like, you know, you could watch all that. But
right.
then, I mean, you know, it was just typical person. I mean, you know, who like to spend a lot of money on sneakers.
And we will get into that later. And I think that's funny that you kind of mentioned high school a little bit, because again, you know, you don't think about how your name is kind of your identity, becomes your identity on Instagram, YouTube.
Right.
And when I saw Retro, I'm thinking, okay, if she's saying that she was getting sneakers in high school, then she had a lot of OGs, you know, back in that time, or probably still has some in your collection. So, you know, I don't want to discredit, you know, just your name saying that you're the Retro Queen, because sis got OGs and she is not afraid to pull them out. I've seen you pull out on Who Has the Heat, which we'll talk about a little later. But, you know, you be out here saving lives. You know, people be doing lives. You bring out a whole freaking OG. And I'm thinking to myself, I could never, because I don't know what's in what closet and what shoe is where. And it seemed like you just effortless with it. Like, oh, okay, let me go get, you know, my Flu Game 12s just right there and boom. Like, how is she able to do
now,
that?
those are in a special spot. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I only have a few of them that held up from back in the day. So I think there's a total of 3. I want to say it's about 3 pair of 12s. So, you know, I had the Flu Games, I had the Taxis, I had the Cherries. All those are OGs. So I don't wear them now because maybe like last year, I think it was year before last, I was cleaning them, and then like I noticed like my little Jordan tab on it started to crack a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, them for looks only right now. So
right.
Where they went. So yeah, I had some more, but then like since I stay here in Detroit, you know, we had like, you know, our temperature is all over the place, so it messed up a couple pair, like my favorite, my pairs. I had those, the OG pair, and messed those up. So I mean, they were messed up anyway because I used to work at a pizza joint, so they had like pizza stacks from back in the day. I was like, that's probably like a safety hazard.
Right.
One garbage anyway.
That's where you got all your sneaker money, from the little pizza joint.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to Detroit. I've been up north, but not to Michigan at all, which is odd.
How about that? Then I live in Michigan.
Listen. But before we get into like the next question, I would want to say hey to some people. What's up, Twan? Thanks for coming through. We got James F in the building, Regular People Shoes. He be killing me with these names. We got Titanic Feet Jack. What's good, bro? We got Demetrius. Hey. Thanks for coming through. Got Mr. Pitts in the building. I ain't seen you in a little minute. Thanks for coming through. Laces and Kicks. What up, sis? Let's see. We got Captain for Kicks News. You see he'll be tagging us and stuff. I'm like, stop trolling me. Like, bro, stop trolling me, man. Seriously. Then we got Life with Aisha or Solar Kicks. Thanks for coming through, sis. And I think I missed Chaz. All right, Chaz. Okay.
Everybody,
so
8 Mile.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat. But so the next question that I wanted to talk about with you is kind of when you started your YouTube channel and really just what inspired you to do so.
I think you can go. My son just act like he can't do nothing. Like, can't nobody see you, son? Go on about your business. No? So, I got into my channel actually because, believe it or not, I know some people probably ain't gonna believe this. I'm a really shy person. So like, I really kind of got into it because I was like, okay, this is what I'm passionate about. I love my sneakers. And, you know, I was just seeing, you know, I was like, oh, I could start a little YouTube channel. At first I had YouTube anyway, because I was like, oh, let me see what's on YouTube. What's going on? You know, I never really thought about the fact that I could start my own channel. So that came years after having YouTube. But I think it was a way for me to break the ice. I was, at that point in time, I was going through a huge transition in my life. I was just separated from my husband. I was getting ready to go through a divorce and all this other stuff. So like, I didn't know who I was. I mean, like, you don't really notice it, but then I realized nobody called me by my name. Like, I was Dion's mom, Donovan's mom, or such and such wife. Say such and such.
Right.
So,
He said, "Shy,
So
where?"
it was like, I was like, dang, like, what do I want to do? What do I do? I don't do anything besides be a mom and wife. So at that point, I was just kind of like, I think I went to my son had a tournament, a football tournament. He plays football. We're in Florida, and I had been picking up some shoes and stuff. And so when I got back, is when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show people what I got when I was in Florida. So I mean, those are still there. I didn't take them down because I like to keep my stuff humble. So I don't want to be looking at my channel like, oh, she just came out the gate knowing what she was doing. No, absolutely not. Okay,
right.
There's some horrible video,
girl,
of me showing shoes. So yeah, it was just a whole finding myself, getting to know more people within the community, and just that was my way of trying to do it and getting myself out there to where I would eventually build it up to actually go to sneaker events. So I started getting to more people, but that's pretty much why I started my channel, just to kind of break myself out of my shell, kind of. If that makes sense.
That's awesome, because I feel like with kind of similar to my channel, like I started my channel in a pandemic. There was like this really nothing really going on. You really couldn't connect with your friends, and I just found that there was this whole other community of real people. Like there are some people that you feel are like super unattainable in YouTube, no matter if they're doing sneakers, if they're doing pranks, whatever. Like you just know you're never going to be able to interact with them because they got 1 million subscribers.
Right.
But I found that there was just a lot of sneakerheads out here that had a couple K, maybe 1, 2, 3K, and they respond back. You start seeing them on Instagram. They come in your comments, things like that. They support, and I just really liked that. I felt it was so genuine, and you could really be yourself. I feel like you're always yourself in your videos. Like, hey, these are my sneakers. This is what I love. Anybody want to hate on this sneaker? So what? Made it easier for me to cop, like that type of deal. And I just really, really love that. And I think that's why I kind of really gravitated towards your channel, because I felt like, you weren't with a lot of the bells and whistles. You weren't with the, oh, this is a must have, or, watch before you buy, all that kind of clickbait. You're just like, hey, I'm showing off my collection. This is dope. I might have a story attached to it, or, maybe it's a retro, that has re-released, for the 3rd time. And now you're showing that you got it, the 3 times I had it. And I just felt like it was so down to earth. And I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch all her videos. I've been slacking on a lot of people's videos, but now that you see me doing all this stuff, I'm like, I don't have time to be looking at videos and be doing pop the culture and all this stuff on Instagram.
I don't do stuff like that personally. Like, I know
that's good.
Do. I don't. I just, because I know, what I'm saying, above and beyond all this, people have lives, but then trying to have a life, have a family, then on top of it, do your own channel. It is very hard to watch everybody's every video. So, I jump in every now and then. Like, I'll be telling people, like, listen. And then sometimes I just got to go to sleep. So I'm like, tired. So I've never, and I've always wondered that, like, people be like, oh, you ain't see my video? I'd be like, yeah, don't take it personally. Like, I'm not, I'd have to literally have my phone glued to my hand, or, and I like to not watch it on my phone. It's a phone, it's small. So I like to see things, and then I like to catch stuff live if I can, because I like to interact. So that's one of my things, but I never take that personally. I'd be like, I see people like, you got so many, all these shows, they'll be on hours on lives. I'll be like, shoot, but I haven't actually done a video in a while. I haven't done one in a while.
But you've probably picked up close to 50 shoes since that last video? Right. Close to.
Probably more than that.
I be seeing your Instagram like, oh, and then you be killing me because you don't get just one colorway. You get both colorways. So you got the Air Max 90s. Now, what was those called? Polka dot?
Yep, the polka dot ones. Yep,
so you got both pair. I'm like, she ain't got a sneaker budget.
I'd be like, I can't have one, and I had the other one. So I'd be like, oh, it's 3 of these. Yeah.
So do you wear because I know you're a 90s person, but do you wear Air Max 1s as well?
I have a couple pair of ones. I do, like, literally probably like 2 or 3 pair of ones. It's for me, it's just whenever it hits me. Like, if the shoe hit me, then I'm gonna pick it up if I can. That's another thing. Things get
you be getting them.
It'd be like, okay.
Whatever
But
you
yeah,
want.
I love Air Max. I love the Plus. I love the Plus. Them suckers just I have to be careful because you know I wear a gray size shoe. So my thing with the Air Max Plus was I like the full bubble. So it's hard to find out. It was hard. Now it's becoming more of a thing where I see them now because they only had it in the back for the kids, and I used to be like, I want everybody to know I'm wearing grade school shoes. Why my Air Max
right.
It's got to be in grade school. So, you know, it was that thing. So now that they put those out, they got those now where it's full. Then, you know, I'm starting to buy more of those. So getting into those more. But yeah, because it's expensive with the full air bubble. I'd be like,
ain't they 200?
Yep, they like 170. I think up there somewhere. So
shit, by the time you add that tax, that shipping, if depending on where you're getting it from, and it's $200.
Wherever I get it, I try to make sure I get free shipping.
Right. Let's say hi to some folks in the chat. We got Ashley in the building. Thanks for coming through. E-Money. He called him E-Millionaire. E-Money Millionaire. What's up, J Jeff? Thanks for coming through. Anybody else that I missed, I do apologize, but let me take this comment off of here. But yeah, I really appreciate how authentic you are with your sneaker purchases. You know, for a lot of times and a lot of people, they just really are chasing, you know, kind of what's hype, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just the fact that, like, you know, everybody has their different definitions of a sneakerhead, and I would categorize you as someone who literally just loves to collect all types of sneakers. You have your favorite silhouettes, but it's not like every single release that comes out just on the sneakers app that's hype, you know, or every single T. Scott release you have to have. You are truly picking up every single thing you like, whether that's a mid, whether that's a 90, you know, whether that's just something slight, you know, something that's a runner, for example. And you will put those joints on foot and do a little picture and go on about your day.
I have a pair of Converse I thought that was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. Okay. And they're like just little blue Converse. I don't even know the name of the Converse, but I was like, oh, they cute. I'm about to buy these. And I'm showing them on my little YouTube channel. I know people like, what the hell is that chicken? I liked it. I know what y'all talking about.
Yeah. And I try, and I'm the type of person that, and people are starting to realize this about me. What's up, shoes up, sleeves down? What's good, bro? Yo. So for me, I love to get a good deal on a sneaker. So I'm the type of person that, you know, when the Space Hippies came out, I knew that I could get them under retail because they pimped the shoe out. Like they were like, we're going to pimp them out. It's going to be a whole bunch of colors. So I waited so that I can get it for $50. So that way I can decide if I like the shoe, then I could get more colorways versus just always being like, oh, I got to have it now. And then now I'm paying full price and either don't like the shoe or like, you know, like the shoe. So I try to do that. And there's a lot of other things. Like I got the Converse Run Star Hike and people was commenting on my page being like, oh, these ain't it. I'm like, did I ask you if they were it? Like, this is my collection, my money, what I spend on. People just really
put on your feet.
Like, hello. And I'm just like, people just really come out of character and they
like
forget.
Those, but I'm scared of them.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
You should be fine.
2. But the thing is, I always feel like just like with that and the oh my God, the Air Max, Vapor Max, just like that, I feel like I'm gonna probably like twist my ankle. I'd be scared.
No, now I do think the Vapor Max, I've twisted my ankle a couple of times. I wore my Run Star hikes all day and I did not twist my ankle.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Chaz says, Chaz left you a comment. She said, I'm so inspired by your collection. How long have you been collecting shoes?
I started in high school. Like what was
94.
Yeah. 94.
You look good, girl. You look good.
Some decades ago. You're about to be 41 this year. I ain't no spring chicken. So
girl, you look good. You don't look no damn 41. I tell you that much.
Yeah, I started back then. Yeah, it was fun. I used to have this friend in high school, and I went to an all-girls school, so you know we had to wear the full uniform. So we was in trouble though, because we was always wearing our Jordans, and we'd show up, we'd be like, "Girl, you got the new Jordan?" And it was only like, I want to say it was about 26 of us in my class, like the whole class. Like I went to a super small Catholic all-girl school. So
Yeah.
like we would show up and you gotta wear you. I'm like, look, I'm in uniform. Boom, you look at the feet.
Right.
We ain't wearing. So we would show up and we would show out with our shoes, and that was our way of expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
Over it after a while. They know who would come and show up in shoes.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be a little late, sister. Be a little late. My mama gonna drop me off. She gonna sign my note. She gonna come in the office. All that. When we show up, like, did you get the? Yeah, you got those. Yeah. So
so that was like back in the day where shoes probably came out like maybe once a week, if that, like on a weekday, like a Wednesday or something like that.
If that.
Yeah.
Like, and they would drop them, like it would be like a gang of colors, it'd be like you could see them all over here or whatever, and you just take your pick. You go walk in the store, grab your shoe. It wasn't like you was hurting for it. You just wanted to be the first one in school that day or whatever. But other than that, it was just I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much fun back then.
Yeah.
Now it's just work.
Yeah, back when I was in high school, I graduated in 2006, just to give you some frame of reference. So Air Force Ones was really big when I was in high school. I lived in St. Louis. So, with the Nelly and all that stuff. So we would go to this mall called Northwest Plaza on lunch. We would go get a Stephen Barry jacket. I don't know if you remember the Stephen Barry jackets, like real cheap.
Yeah.
And have our Air Force Ones, and we would come to school and we wore uniforms too. So that was a way, for us to express ourselves. And I had a little clique, my little friends or whatever. We all had nicknames and everything. So, you couldn't tell us nothing when we came back with some fried rice, some Stephen Barry jacket, and a fresh pair of Air Force Ones. Man. And I didn't even consider myself popular till I got older. And then people was like, they would tell me like, wow, back in high school, you was it. And you was that. I was like, I was so shy in high school. Right. Like the sneakers is what made me feel I had more confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. You could express it. And not like even now, I express myself through my sneakers. I'm like, oh, I'll buy a few clothing articles here and there. Like, I got stuff, but I'd be like, no, the focus is for real, the shoes.
Right.
This Supreme hoodie, who cares? Nobody care about that. I'd be like, it's cool, I'll throw that on. I'd be like, I'm throwing that on. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a spot on it. My bad.
Right.
You know what that you could get for that? I'd be like, this hoodie? Whatever.
Hello. Right. But I buy my stuff to actually wear it though. You know what I'm saying? So it hurts when you do get a stain on it. But we know how to, if you know how to wash your clothes, then you'll be fine.
Guess what? You can get your little pen, like a little enamel pen, and stick it on there somewhere in that one spot.
Girl, not the pen that be saying, lady love Snickers too or something, look.
Put it right on there and be like, oh, okay. Nobody know different. They don't know. They be all right.
What up, Mr. Fresh Kicks? You said you was coming through. Thanks for coming through. You kept your word, my man. Thank you for coming through. We got holidays in the building. What's good? Yeah, Steven. Girl, them jackets was cheap as all get out.
Spot in college, okay? Like I was on campus at Michigan State, and that's where you went. You got your t-shirts from over there. You got everything was cheap. It was like, listen, I was on college campus too. I was like, y'all ain't about to keep getting me to fill out these damn credit card applications for the free t-shirt.
Girl, yeah, I forgot about that. Girl, you have us filing Chapter 11 before we even out of high school. Like, what the hell we done did with a $250 credit card thinking we got some money.
That's right, thinking you got something too. I got a credit card. I got this free t-shirt. You like.
And back in the day, credit cards, you couldn't use them to get other things. You had to use them to go to the store. But nowadays, if you notice some credit card, like, for example, my Macy's card, like once you get up to a certain level, you could get gas, you can get groceries. So you was literally going to Stephen Barry's buying all them cheap.
Then it was more of charge cards, not credit cards. So they didn't have the logos on them. So girl, I had a Neiman Marcus, I had a Macy's, I had a Hudson's.
I had a Best Buy.
Look, I had a Hudson's. Yeah, Hudson's on it. Ooh, I was old. I'm old. Well, I thought I was doing something with that Neiman Marcus card, girl. Back in the day, I was like, people be like, "You ever been to Neiman Marcus?" I'm like, "Ain't got it."
Right. Like now, you can't even get your damn shoes. Is it? No, it's Nordstrom actually, where they be having all them ghost orders. I don't even fool with them no more.
You know what? I do hit on Nordstroms every now and then.
That's what's up.
I do.
I start.
People half in my sleep looking at stuff at 3:00 in the morning.
Look what McFly said. He said, "Oh snap, 313 awake."
See, I told you I'd be asleep. It's Monday. I'd be taking it
right. I told her, yeah, I said, after an hour and a half, let me know if you get sleep because I start to yawning.
I'd be like, look, don't take that personal. You're not bored. I just be tired. I'm old. Don't take it personal.
But before we get off into the next question that I have for you, everybody in the chat, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out Pop the Culture. Yes. This is something I really, really enjoy doing. So, just helps me get the content out there. And I want to talk about a couple of release recaps. So this is a primarily sneaker channel, so we got to talk sneakers. So I noticed by your Instagram, I'm getting all mixed up, that you did hit on SNS, I believe, for the Electro orange one sneakers and stuff.
Almost passed out. Did we freeze over here?
Favorite Jordans. Can you hear me?
Wait, it's doing something. You like, is it me or is it you or is it we?
I don't know.
StreamYard.
Technology. Probably StreamYard. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I know ones are like one of your favorite Jordan silhouettes. So was this just a must-have for you, or did you just pick it up, just to see what it looks like in hand?
No, I like it. Like I kind of like at first when they started doing this whole thing, because they started doing it on mids where the white went all the way to the back of the heel and all that. And that's when I really first started kind of liking that colorway. And then when it came, like orange is one of my favorite colors. So I was just kind of like, this orange shoe. Right. I just kind of like went with it. I was like, oh, I watched it. It grew on me more and more. And then when I saw with the orange laces in it, I was like, yeah, right there. You're going to have to grab them. But for the most part, I do try and grab the ones that I really like. The Air Jordan 1 ones that I really like. I try to grab those as much as possible, but because of the price of them, if you don't get them for retail, I tend to like fall back and wait for a lot of them and see if they go down. But luckily, I do hit on a lot of them for the most part. But this pair was one for me that I really did want to have because it's orange, and I was like, I have the women's shattered backboard. So I was like, it would be a nice one to have, another orange one. I like to collect colors of ones that aren't always the same thing, just out there like that. So because I feel like ones is a lot of red, black, white, blue, just the combination of that. And so when we get something different, it's like you almost want to pick it up. But since you have a lot of ones, you could probably agree with me on this. Maybe you don't agree, but I feel like the quality be so iffy on ones. Like one, the quality be like immaculate, and another one it'd be like butt. And I'm like, it's all the same shoe, just a different color panel. The one that irritated me the most about that was the Midnight Navy Japan one. I heard those in the GS. Me off because the silver pair had me up here. Okay, I was like, oh my god, look at this tumble on his tongue. Look at this. Look at that. And then I got the Midnight Navies. I was like, this plastic tongue look like a pimp named Slickback. Why is this so? I was like, is this even leather? What is on this tongue? Like, I still haven't worn that sneaker because I'm still mad at it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to like sell it, grab it and dribble it, but I love the colorway, like the side part and everything. It's just the tongue. I'm like, maybe I'll put some different laces in it or something, some fat laces, and do something completely different. Something, tongue, because that's the worst pair of ones I own. I heard those was pretty bad, especially with the GS pair. I was like, dang. It was the GS pair primarily. It was the GS pair. They had no tumble on it. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Sheesh, that's crazy. Well, anyway, now that we kind of talked about a sneaker release, I want to talk about you in Detroit because you talk a lot about Detroit, and then I noticed like casually you said, I like Detroit earlier, and I'm like, girl, it's more than just like. So, how does being from Detroit or repping Detroit really influence your sneaker style / your collection? People from Detroit are like fashion people, like for real fashion. Like, like I like to say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think like, even when people like, I mean, like like, you know, the bright suits,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? The gators, you know, everybody got on a mink around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real flashy, like, type city. So the culture around here is so different. So like, you have to find something. For me, I find something that I stuck out with, and that was my sneakers. But like, it's so, I don't know, Detroit is so different. Like, I don't know, like I know it gets a bad rep a lot of the time. I like to represent my city, and I like to show things about it that are really like that are good about it and great about it. So there are so many things, and I don't mean just being downtown and things like that. There's so many places you can go and just see art, and I mean like graffiti art all over the place, and you know, things like that. And it's getting to the point of where they're letting them do that more. And not like, you know, not so much gang stuff, but it's just like, you know, real graffiti art, and it's everywhere and it's beautiful. So I don't know, I just love my city. Like, there is no place like Detroit. I've gotten out and I've done Detroit place. And you know, and I mean, we just got so much history, you know what I'm saying? And the city's just a great city to be in. And, you know, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect the people that come up out of here. We have a lot of people that deal in fashion design and things like that. So, I mean, a bunch of entrepreneurs here. So, you know, I mean, there are a lot of people that come out, a lot of big name people that come out of the city of Detroit. And, you know, 45, that man was here. You know, it was his spot. Come out of Detroit too, but but yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's home. It's comfortable. It's beautiful. It's ugly. It's all that. I love it all.
So forgive me for asking this, because I really truly don't know, and when I don't know, I ask questions. So with the Adidas top 10, is that just a Detroit thing, or is that just something that you like as a, you know, one of your favorite silhouettes?
Top 10 is a Detroit thing.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't know, but I know she always talks about that.
That's fine. No, the top 10s are definitely a Detroit staple. Forums are as well. That's another thing. When you see the old heads, like if Snipes they get special releases for Detroit for forums and things like that, for like 313 day and things like that. So when I went out to pick up, it was for this year here. When I went out to pick those, like it was a whole different vibe from what you see with the new Jordan releases things, because when it got out there are people out there older than me standing in line like, oh, I gotta have these. And, you know, the conversation is different. It takes you back to what it was like, you know what I'm saying, to stand. So I love that part too. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes you all the way back. You can stand there, you can talk to people, you can have a conversation. People aren't crowding over each other, rushing to get nothing. You know, everybody like, if I get my shoe, I'm cool. You know, it's so crazy. You see, I mean, like when I'm saying the old heads, I mean like in their 60s, okay? They standing out there in they top 10s and they forms, and they got their full Adidas hookups on, and it's just like you can't do nothing but be in a good space when you're around stuff like that. So yeah.
So that's like part of the Detroit culture.
Yep,
basically.
It is. It's definitely a part of the culture.
I have to give me a pair of forums. I saw a couple pair that I really liked, but I've never had a pair of forums or top 10s.
They do fit. The top 10s, I actually have to buy my Adidas top 10s a full size larger than I wear in other shoes, because the toe is so narrow. So, and I have like kind of a wide foot too, so that that first eyelid on there, it'd be pressing down, and you'd be like, look, I'm just gonna sit down and put my feet up if I buy this in the 6.
That little Thanksgiving shoe where you really ain't going nowhere.
Yep. So I do buy those a full size up, so I get room in those. But the forums, they fit pretty true to size so far that I've seen from the forums. So
awesome.
Yeah, my Chewbacca ones. I was happy.
Yeah, I saw that you hit on those. That's great.
Told you I'd be crazy stuff.
So I want to kind of shift gears a little bit to talk about another sneaker release. So as you know, like the LeBron Space Jam, which I actually have it loaded. We have HBO Max, so I'll be watching it after this. But there was a lot of shoes that came out. So you had the Forces, you had the Converse, you had the 18s. I do believe you got the Converse for you and like one of your little kids or something like that.
Yeah, your little nephew. You know what? My boys aren't into sneakers.
They're not?
Not like that. It is the craziest thing. They are not. I came home with the Pine Green 2.0s for my oldest. I was like, the surprise. Like, I did a whole thing on the video and everything. Like, he was excited, but like, not like, I'm like, oh, you don't really for real know what this means. This is a 1, boy. I need you to jump up and down or something. Like, you know, but yeah, no, that was for my little nephew. I'm trying to, you know, he's 1.5. So, you know, I thought it was cute that he get a little toddler Converse.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I did get those. And I got the I ended up getting the Forces from Foot Locker.
Okay.
So I got the ones with the once I found out McFly was like, I think it was McFly was on text message or something. He was like, oh, these glow in the dark. I was like, wait a minute, the soul glow in the dark. After that, it was just like it was like know that. Candy store. Yep, I got those, and I got another pair.
Because I'm trying to think, okay, you got the Converse, you got the Forces, and what was the other? Because there was a LeBron 18, which is, he said the Sylvester and the Tweety. So Mr. Fresh Kicks. Okay.
What did I get? Look,
what was the other sneaker? I don't remember. Let us know in the chat. But yeah, I don't own any LeBrons per se. I would have went for the Forces, but they just really weren't like a must-have for me. I feel like I might be able to go in the store and cop them. I don't know, maybe sitting on the shelf, especially in an 8.5, because I wear an 8.5 in Forces, but I wear like a 9 in a lot of other shoes, as a lot of people, because they always go a half size down. But just they had a few cute ones for Space Jam. My friend was the animation production supervisor on it. That's what's up. That's crazy.
Wow.
How can I be down?
I know, right?
Hey, friend.
Right, hey, friend.
That's dope. But yeah, those Converse was cute. I'm not a character person on sneakers. I'm not a character person, and I'm not a like a, what do you call, like a mismatch shoe? Like
the 5s, like the
I don't rock with that. Like,
really?
I don't know. It just, I don't know. It's not my jam. They be fire though, but I just be like, nah.
It's not, but you know, you can like something but not want it. You know, like it's almost like people think like that's taboo or something. Well, why do you want it if you? I know it's cute on other folks, but not me. I don't like it. I get it. I totally get it. But I like Looney Tunes. So so I have another pair of Converse with Looney Tunes on it too. So it's kind of like I like Converse too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know that, but people aren't really, people don't pay it too much attention because it's a Converse, so people aren't really
we sleeping on it.
Yes, very much so. I love my Chucks. Okay, I love my Chucks.
I only have 2 pair of Chucks right now in my collection, but the thing is like I beat them to death. Like when I get my Chucks, I beat them and then I just discard them. I give them to like my little nephew or something, or my brother, because one of my nephews and my brother both wears my size. So a lot of my sneakers just go to them when I'm like a Force, like a all white Forces. When I'm done, I'll be like, here you go. Because I know you're going to wear them till they beat, but I'm not.
Right. Like, see, my beat and your beat is 2 different beats. So, yeah.
Did anybody else hit on any LeBron Space Jam? Did anybody get any clothes? They had a lot of clothes. I happened to be in Walmart last week, and they had Space Jam clothes.
And see, that's why I didn't jump on the Nike stuff, because it's a movie for one. Right. So they're going to have those clothes in Target and Walmart and Kohl's. They're going to have them all over the place. So I'll sit there. I can always find something to wear
for $8.88.
Right, $80 on a Nike t-shirt. And I can just, find anything to go with that. So I didn't get anything as far as the clothing goes. I saw a pair of basketball shorts I like, but then I saw the price and I was like, nah. No, that ain't gonna happen. I was like, in my head, it's another pair of shoes. No, I can't. Nope.
She said, I got a shirt and some socks, not from Nike. I wasn't paying. Hello.
See? Yep. Exactly. That's what
I think that overall, I have not watched the movie, so I can't say my thoughts on the movie. But overall, I do appreciate that. We do have this star athlete that is doing something really positive. Because when I was younger, I always felt like the Black athletes were always targets, in a sense of like, what are they doing wrong? They're getting it, they're the bad boys, all this. They always in the news stuff. And I feel like LeBron, on the other hand, no matter what you think about him as an athlete, he something positive going on, whether that's a scholarship or a school, and even this movie. And I just feel like and I'm not convinced that like directly he is, but like to the kids now, he's kind of the Michael Jordan of our generation because of what he's doing and so positive. And I felt like people was really bashing on him. They haven't seen the movie, they just want to say negative things. I don't have any LeBrons. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I'll watch the movie, for what it is and know that there are kids out there that idolize him in the same way that we idolize Michael Jordan or Jason Kidd or, AI or whoever it was, Shaquille and Kobe. So it's like, why do we put him down? Like, I don't get it. Maybe there's something.
The problem is with that, a lot of people will do that LeBron versus Michael. And I think that's the thing. Like, if you are pro Michael, then you can't be pro LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where a lot of it comes into play. And they'd be like, oh, who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? And I'm like, well, there are two totally different times.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's almost like saying, oh, God, Clyde Drexler, Michael Jordan. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really put them, you know what I'm saying, in the same context. They didn't play at the same time, and things like that, and athletes now, like LeBron, they different. They built different, okay? So they built way different. LeBron was built like Michael Jordan at his prime when he was in high school. So it's like, that's a big man. So, you
that's a big boy.
You can't compare them, like I think they're both excellent athletes in their times.
Yeah.
And they're still, and I mean, like you said, he is, doing things for his community and for, with the school and things like that. And I think, on the personal side, he's a really great positive role model for the kids. He's doing his humanitarian thing. And, and those are things that people don't realize. That man don't have to spend his money on. You know what I'm saying? He could be out here like a lot of people who got money and just be like, F the community, F where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't ever want to go back there. But yeah, I don't have a lot of LeBrons. I do have a few pair. But it's just not something I rock with. Just like with most Kobe's.
Yeah.
I respect the man highly. He was an amazing basketball player, but they dropped some shitty shoes. So, I mean, I'm not saying that to say that, it's disrespectful to his legacy or anything, but in actuality, those things sat in outlets forever and went on deep discounts. Okay.
Yes, deep.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I think there is one pair of Kobe's I absolutely love. I bought them for my son because he was into Kobe's and KD's and some other stuff. I don't remember back in the day, and I was having a whole fit because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, "You want baddies?"
Right.
But I think it was I called them the reptiles. They had it was like a translucent on the side, and it looked like scales around.
Girl.
They were dope. They were so dope. They were green and black. Yeah, them bad boys are dope. Girl. And I think
I don't know nothing about
them. But I think my grandfather threw them out. And I was like, oh, you threw them out?
Yeah.
That's probably one of those basement floods I done got recently.
Yeah. So Mr. Fresh Kick said, I'm not a LeBron fan. This is my first pair of LeBrons, but I got them because of the movie. But I like LeBron as a person, not a player. And that's fair. It's just like him for whatever you like him for, but I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't watch basketball. So maybe there's just something that I'm missing when he is, competitive in the game. Maybe that's what it is, but
he is a crybaby.
But he's also young though. How old is he?
You could tag him and he'd be
he's like 18.
Right. He's a flapper.
Or at least he was back when he was, first starting out. He was really, really young. So
I think that's a lot of players now though. Like, like I said, I come from the bad boys, okay? they dropping balls on the court and they ain't getting called. They about to, it literally got to be a brawl out for these people.
Remember when Ron Artest was beating up? I said this is crazy.
I guess that's why like basketball is so
Oh, shit.
different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like people like, you don't watch basketball. I'll be like, nah, it's just not as, you know, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's not played as hard as it used to be. You know, it's a little different, you know.
Yeah. So Holly said, how do they fit? Are you talking about the 18s or just bronze in general? Because from what I hear, they run small, but only because it's a performance shoe. So when you are playing, actually hooping, a lot of sneakers are designed to be very snug on your feet. Right. So you do, if you like to wear them for more of a casual or a lifestyle sneaker, you would have to go a half size or a full size up for most shoes. Because I know I was going to buy some KDs and I was putting my foot in them joints and I was like, how do the kids wear? They be wearing them all day. I'm like, them is a type of shoe you got to break that in, because if not, you got corns. Basketball is much softer now for sure. Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. Soft.
Yeah, they soft. They soft. Yeah, that one. So I guess that wouldn't say they run small. They're just more snug for, you know, traction and things like that. So I mean, like, it is what it is. But anyway, let's talk about your love for Jordan 1s, 11s, and 12s, right?
And 13s.
Oh. Well, your profile didn't mention the 13s, so you gotta add that on there.
You know what? I changed it up, so I might have left it up there by accident.
Oh, that's fine.
I be copying and pasting from my phone.
Right. What's up, the YSO? But anyway, so you know, what are some of your faves throughout the years in those silhouettes, and are you getting the Twist 12s? Because I know those come out this weekend.
I am not getting the Twist 12s.
Why are you not getting those?
Only because one, that's a lot of white in that shoe.
I thought so too.
And I'm not a huge fan of mostly white shoes. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I like it, but it's not something that I gotta have.
Right.
You know, in comparison to the reverse cherry and things like that, it's not something that I have to have. I wish it had a little bit more color to it.
Right.
That's probably what it is, but it's not one that I have to have in my collection. Like, if I caught it on sale or something, yeah, I grab it.
Yeah.
But, no, that's not something I have to have. I think it's gonna sound crazy to people, but one of my favorite ones that I own is one I picked up when I was in Florida, and it's just a fun shoe, and I think that's why I like it so much. But it's called Off to the Races, and it's got the strings have checker flag print on them, on the laces or whatever. It's a colorful shoe, and I'm sure it was like a GS only shoe. So
off to
it's one of my fun shoes that I like. I like fun stuff. So that's one of my favorite pair of ones, and I got it for cheap.
Nice. So what about 11s? What's your favorite 11?
Concord.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay. I almost thought you was gonna say the oh my god, I don't even know what the freaking name of them because I hate them so much. The gray ones. Like
the cool grays.
I just don't get the obsession with that sneaker.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I've never had it. I've never had it.
That's surprising.
First time having it. I remember when it came out, I literally dressed my son from head to toe in cool gray. Okay, he had a little tracksuit on.
See,
he was turning. What the picture say? He was turning 1. I think he was turning. Yeah, that was the year he was turning 1. Yep, he was turning 1. He had a whole look because it was 2010. It came out. He turned 1 in March. So, girl, I got the whole hookup for Christmas. He had on the shoes, and I think I just forgot about myself. Yep, that's them.
Girl, these look like Ronald McDonald went to jail shoes. The Hamburglar.
They'd be like, "You like that shoe?" I'd be like, "Yes, I love this shoe. I wear the hell out of that shoe." But you know, I don't go for the typical. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't like the Chicago one. I love that's a nice shoe. I love it. Like, it's a Grail shoe. It can't not be a Grail shoe. But I'm not one of those people that go and say, "Oh, my favorite shoe is one of the ones that's always got to be an OG colorway or something like that." I love a lot of mine, like the Letterman ones. I think those are dope. I like things where I can look at the details. There's different details on shoes like that. But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
It's almost like cool gray. Okay, then what about the 12s? You already mentioned that you've already had a couple of the OGs. You have the taxis, the cherries, and the flu games. So what would be your favorite silhouette in 12s, OG and retro?
My favorite would be my Taxi 12s. Believe it or not, which is so weird because it's kind of mostly white, but it's not, because I like when you turn over the bottom of it and then it's got the yellow on it.
Right. That's fire.
I think it's just like I said, I like small details. So I was like, oh, turn it over and you're like, oh, look, it's yellow. It's like,
right.
So awesome. Yeah, that's one of my favorite 12s. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. You're not going for the okay. So I feel like with me, all of these shoes are uncomfortable. My favorite Jordan silhouette is 13s because they're so comfortable. Like, I feel like if I can't go on the Vegas Strip and wear a pair of Jordans, like, they staying at home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? Like,
I can't do
the
it.
9s are comfortable because they give like that, and the 10s too. Like, if I had to walk in a shoe, those would be it. Like, I have flat feet too, so ones don't bother me too much when I walk in them. They don't bother me at all when I walk in.
My feet be burning.
Really?
Burning.
They do not bother me. I don't know. I must got Fred Flintstone feet. People be like, killing my feet. These, I'll be like, for real? I don't even feel that. Maybe I can't feel my feet and I don't know it.
Anyway, so that's what's up though. Okay, Sneaker Vibes only said my favorite 13 is the Flint 13.
Oh, okay. I just got the shining on it. And I was like, oh, look at these shines.
That is my favorite 13, like, hands down. I don't have, like, I've never had any of the OG silhouettes outside of, the Flint, but I think that if there was ever going to come back with any of them, like, I would want them to come back with, like, the Bread 13. Like, that would be, that's like my ultimate 13 grill.
You didn't get it when it came out?
No.
You know what's funny? I ended up getting that for my son. I had to have it for, I be buying stuff for them even if they don't want it because it's nostalgia for me. So I have a picture of him when he was a baby in the 13, and it was just so cute because I was like, oh, look at this big ass kid now. I was like, oh, look, little baby shoes.
Right.
Shoes. So I had to get it for him. So we all ended up getting that shoe though. So
that's what's up. Yeah. And then Sneaker Vibes only, you said I need help with the cool grades. Girl, this gonna be like a gazillion pairs. I'll help you. It's gonna be a gazillion pairs of them joints.
If you don't get that shoe, you just didn't want it. There's gonna be so many, like 11s for real. Those 11s come out, and you know what I'm saying?
Christmas.
It's Christmas time, and I know they had a resellers, but there are so many pairs out there. It's like you can definitely always grab a pair. Those are
in a full family size run too, all the way down to the preemies. They don't even do babies. They be if you got a preemie, that baby can get some shit.
Little socks. Little socks.
Yeah, but no, I really actually started back up collecting in 2019.
Okay.
So I collected real tough, like my freshman year and my sophomore year of college, which would have been I'm like, what the heck? I'm so old. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking. I graduated in 2006 from high school. So yes, 07, 08, and then I stopped because it's like, I mean, you went to Michigan, like, trying to stay in school and chasing shoes, like, and that's if you spend $140 on shoes, then you don't eat for the rest of the week. Like, that's how college was for me. I didn't have a car, and so I was like, I got all these sneakers, but I don't have really nothing else to show for. So I just slowed down. I was like, I can't do it. But once the pandemic hit, I was like, let me get back into this.
Had nothing to do. And when I tell you, you stay in the house and all you could do is look and hit on that phone, you'd be like, girl, these people still coming, huh? They coming every day. You're just knocking on the door. Like, all right, okay.
Yeah, 2006 E-Money, I know. It's still been a long time, though. That's a long time ago.
Still a long time ago. Like, right. 1 now. Like, you realize that, like, you be like, oh, you young. You be like, yeah, but it's 2021.
Yeah.
It's almost gone, too. So I'm like,
I can't even believe it. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about this Air Max 90 collection, because I was scrolling on your Instagram today and I noticed a lot of your posts are Air Max 90s. So I know you have an extensive 90s collection. So what about that particular sneaker is something that you like or you love, really, because you have so many?
You want to know what? The fascination with 90s came because that was my easy to cop shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I could always go to an outlet and grab me a 90, and I could like have my pick of the designs and the different ones. Well, that was pre the anniversary of the 90s,
right,
because people went hell crazy over 90s, and then I was sitting there. The hell is happening? Like, what's happening? But they've always been comfortable. A friend of mine actually had a pair of 90s. And I think I was in like work shoes or something crazy, and she was like, "Here, just wear these or whatever." And I had her shoes, and I'll tell you, I still got them shoes. That was a long time ago, and I was like, I never gave them back, and I was like, shoes. And then it just kind of grew from there. It wasn't even like a sneaker head thing. It was more of a comfort. I like the shoes, like the getting into more of the European only releases later. So and the designs and things like that. But for more so for my 90s, it was a comfort thing for me. 90s were more my beater shoes than anything. I hell out of my 90s. So it just kind of grew and went crazy after I would see more stuff and more designs, and you get to reading about the shoes and what brought up the design and things like that. And that's another thing that interests me with shoes. I'm like, it's not just looking at the colorways. If there's a story behind it or something like that, that'll tempt me to get a shoe. So, but 90s have a lot of that going on with them. So, I even got a the fried chicken 90.
Oh, you do? Did you take the fabric off the front?
Take them off. I haven't taken the fabric off. I haven't peeled it off, and I think that's my only peel off shoe. So I haven't done it yet. But
yeah, because I from the pictures that I seen, who is this talking about hello 313? Who is this?
Oh my, I don't know. Take that person off.
Oh,
what is it? Yeah, I don't know. That is so creepy.
Right. But anyway, so
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all want to know who that is for real? That's my mama. That's my mama. She got a whole government name.
Listen, talking about something. You can run, but you can't hide. See? Don't be smiling. Say hello.
See, look, your mama.
Yo. Hey, that's funny because I was like, wait, do I put him on in timeout? Am I supposed to be blacking this user? What?
Nope, that's my mama.
I heard that the chicken 90s, like the peeled part, look better than the regular outside. Like it's got the 90 on here.
The part that's on the outside is super thin. Like it's almost like paper. So it's to the point of where you probably wouldn't be able to wear it long like that. So you really have to put hello.
That's got to be the comment of the night right there.
Right. Hello, Larry. What's funny is I be running around saying that all the time.
That's scary.
All the time I'll be like, hello, Larry. But yeah, the paper on it is like super thin. So it's not like a lot of shoes where you have to actually cut it away. This you literally can just pull it right off. So I'll end up pulling off, and underneath, I think it's a suede underneath, and it's
yeah.
So
I think if I'm not mistaken, the fabric, it could be suede, but it could be, I don't know what that fabric is on the Happy Pineapple 90s. It's almost like felt.
Yeah, like it's that's what I was saying. It's like the on the pineapple. Cause somebody else got those too. I got the little smiling pineapple on my tongue.
Yeah, I love those. Those are so cute.
They are cute. So but I'm not sure what it is. And that's another thing that throws me off. When people start talking about fabrics, I'd be like, I don't know what this is. It's kind of soft. It feel like it might be velvet, but it might be suede. I don't know.
Look, go get your mama. Tell some bye.
Bye, ma. Goodbye. Go to bed.
Go to bed. Okay, let me see. Does anybody have any questions for 313 before we get off into the next topic? And I know these comments be so delayed, but anybody have any questions? I have a couple more for you, but I like to have people in the chat, involved as well. That was funny. Ooh, that made me sweat a little. I was like, wait a minute, because she's like, I don't know who that person is.
You ain't never had nobody mama pop up in your life.
Girl.
She's a stalker. I saw she called me too. I was like, I'm busy. I'll call her back in a minute. Then here she comes.
Right.
That means she's been on my Instagram.
Right. So what are some of your recent reachbacks? Because you said, especially with the ones that they cost, too much resale, you'll kind of watch them, things like that. Are there any sneakers that you've picked up recently that had already released?
I don't think so. Other than that, Light Fusion Jordan 1.
Okay.
I got those. I waited till after because I didn't really know if they were dropping in my size, and then they did, but they were limited in the smaller sizes, so I ended up going back and getting those. I haven't went all the way back yet, but that's some things I have been looking at doing. I don't know, child. I be buying shoes and I don't be knowing what be coming next. I be like, what's coming? I don't know.
That's funny.
I do. I buy and then I forget they coming. And then
sometimes.
the Change the World 9s, those dropped out of the blue from some site, and I was like,
yeah,
again. I was like all on it. So those were one that I did have to have. I was looking at my whatchamacallit, like, what shoe did I just get? Did I have? Yep, and
I have to do that a lot too. Look back.
I got them off Sneakers app. Which is like a shop.
Yeah. It was a second chance basically. Yeah, that's how I got my Cool Grade 3s. Was a second
That's what
chance.
happened with the Aleli May 6s too.
Just
one day, and I was like,
I remember that. I was pissed because I seen that you hit, and I was like, oh man, that made me stick to my stomach.
I didn't have them, and I was like I think I went into like I don't know, like a little panic attack for a second. I was like, this is really happening. I'm like, what's happening? But yeah, that was it. I think those are mostly my reach backs because lately I've been picking up a lot of different stuff. So like doing my I think the most different shoe I picked up was my Pumas, my White Castle.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I know.
Y'all have White Castles up there?
White Castle. I don't know what you're talking about. My mama used to work at White Castle. Back in the day, she used to work at White Castle. I love White Castle.
I like their chicken rings and their cheese fries.
I had to have them. I saw that. I was like, oh, this is something I gotta have because it's just a nostalgia thing. You know what I'm saying? And then Pumas are comfortable too. So
yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, my Future Riders.
That's exactly one I picked. The pair I got the Future Riders
comfortable.
Too. Yep, they dope.
Love it.
So yeah, I do want to go back and get some other stuff though. Like the prices on them are a little ridiculous, but like the Union ones, I don't have either of those. I don't have either of those. I did hit on the Travis Scott ones, the brown pair, the highs, but I hit on like a 9.5, so I sold those. So I was like, I don't know. I was in Kroger parking lot again, messing around with mama, and they happened to drop on his birthday. I was sitting in the car. I was like, this ain't about to happen. And I was like, sheesh.
That was a little bag right there.
That was a nice shoe though. So even in a 9.5, even now I wish I would have kept them just because it was a nice shoe. Just I like to hang on and stuff like that too. So weird.
So Holly says, have y'all used Trade Block? I have not.
No, I don't want to say I don't understand it. I understand it, but like for me, I don't sell my shoes. So that's one thing. I know a lot of people will, wear them for a while, then trade them out, get the money to buy more shoes, which is smart financially. But like, I literally don't sell shoes unless I get something that for some reason it's a weird size, and like say my son didn't want it and I was just in the moment, or my cousin didn't want it or something like that, and it's in a moment, then I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll, if it's got low resale value, then I'll throw it on StockX or something. But other than that, I don't use Trade Block because I don't sell my shoes. I know people think that's so crazy. Like, you got all them shoes sitting over there and you don't sell none. I'd be like, once I buy it, it's mine. I was like, people, it's mine. So my size is mine.
Some people buy for as trade bait. Some people do that, just to get a sneaker that they want. And so I feel like this app, to my understanding, is a way for people to get what they want versus having to get the shoe, sell it on StockX, then go back on another site, eBay, StockX, and then buy. You can do all that in that one transaction. I haven't used it.
Let you do it to where like, if it's somebody has something that because I have the Trade Block app, but it say I want the Union 1, but it's going for whatever price. So I'm offering up my, I don't know, off-white ones and an extra $200 or something like that. You know, they let you trade your shoe and you can throw in extra money, or you know, how it works. So I think that's pretty cool though, for people who do, like, you know, instead of just wanting to go on StockX and, you know, buy those high prices, and you can actually instead just trade. That's that's pretty dope.
Yeah. I have to wonder with all of these sites, not just TradeBlock, but in terms of the authentication, because you know, now we know that there are a lot of unauthorized sneakers that look very similar to the, you know, sneakers that you would get straight from Nike and things like that. And so for the most part, a lot of sneakerheads generally don't typically wear UAs or don't want to get a UA. Like they don't want to get a real shoe thinking it's UA. Versus if they actually wanted to buy a UA, then they would just go to their sources and get that.
Right.
So I think that it's just hard for a lot of companies like TradeBlock or even now StockX, because sometimes people get a shoe and they're like, bro, this ain't real. Like, you know, so who is authenticated and who gets those jobs, you know, and how are they trained to make sure that
you can go on StockX right now and apply for that.
See,
that's it. It's just like, do you have a love for this, that, and the other? I don't know if they actually do any type of training or anything for that, because how would StockX train for a Nike or Adidas? Are you going straight to Nike? Because I don't even know if Nike can authenticate their own shoes half the time. So I don't know. I bought some shoes from Nike and I'd be like, well, I guess they're real though, because they came straight from Nike.
But they be looking dusty.
Like my Fire Red 4s, baby, I was on fire, but I was upset. Like kindergartner made them shoes with some very thick glasses on. So
girl, they slow.
I was like, I just, at this point in the game, when it comes to like StockX and stuff like that, I just say a prayer and I just keep it
right
what it is.
But yeah, and I mean, like Holly, for example, like you said, somebody offered you money and, you know, a Jordan 1 for a dunk. You know, if it's a dunk, if in my opinion, if it's a dunk that I'm just sitting on to trade with to get something else that I want, then I possibly would do it, you know, especially if it's a one that I don't have in my collection.
Right.
And if ones are my favorite ones, and then you get money on top of that, like that kind of seemed like a win, you know, in a sense, but you just never know, because I'm worried about, like, is that one a real one? Because I don't know who authenticates their shit.
Like I don't know how that works with TradeBlock. I don't know if both parties shoes have to go to TradeBlock for authentication, or is it just like, oh, we just swapping? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just a swap and it don't go nowhere? Nobody can get anything. So that's one thing I don't know about TradeBlock.
I gotta look into it more.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about who has the heat, because you all are in, forgive me if I get this wrong, but I feel like you all are in season 6, either season 5 or season 6.
We're about to start season 7.
Oh my gosh, you're in season 7. Sheesh. So tell us a little bit about who has the heat, and, you know, how this all came about, and, you know, really just how it's evolved over the years. Because I know I've watched some earlier episodes where it's totally different, you know, in terms of like how you all are doing the voting, you know, how the chat is getting involved and things of that nature.
I think I'm trying to remember. It was E Money getting on my nerves about it. Like, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a battle. You interested in being?" You know, he was really excited about it and was like, you know, this stuff. You know, people weren't doing it like they're doing it now. So it was like, oh, let's just try. You know, do some stuff on the channel. We have a group of sneakerheads just having fun. What we really wanted to do was have smaller YouTubers come in and do it, so that we could get them more exposure. It was really all about the community. It kind of blew up into this whole other thing where people are like, oh, I don't have this shoes. Like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves though. When people be like, oh, you know, I don't really have a big collection like that. Like, that's not what this is for. This is for people who, you know, don't have the exposure, want to come on, really show off your collection. And yes, it's a battle or whatever per se, but, you know, what the thing is though, we really wanted to have people come on to promote their platforms.
Yeah.
So that was what the basis of that was. So we did have, it was fun, it was loose, it was what it was. And then we kind of got into this thing where every season we do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be next season, there's a whole page turner. So see the new stuff coming in, and we try to evolve with something. We're not trying to outdo nobody.
Mm-hmm.
We're not trying to be in no internet beef or nothing like that. Just on there. We want people to come on, and we just want people to have it to be like your time to sit and chill, and see unique sneakers, if you can. Everybody's a Jordan 1 head now, so you'd be like, another one.
Right.
But no, we do try to make it so that, it's relaxing, it's a fun time, it's something positive in the community, because at the time there was a lot of negative stuff going on. And we wanted to, have something for people to focus on, because YouTube was just kind of going down with stuff to watch. And it's like, okay, I'm tired of people talking about people. I don't want to hear this. I feel like everybody, like 13-year-old girls, I'm just getting
right.
So, that's how that came about. And we just kind of evolved from there. Like, it's been a ride. So like I said, I'm like, we're about to be in season 7, and we're actually doing 2 different, like a little spinoff where we're going to have females come on, and they're going to do a male versus female. And we're going to see who reigns supreme. What was that? What is that? Chopped? I don't know. That's also
right. Yeah. So channel.
That's awesome Food Network channel. It came out, and then I was like, wait a minute. This is what I do in my free time. But me, E-Money Shoes, PM Kicks, McFly KOF, like, we all vibe, we cool. Like, it's so crazy, because it's like, talk to these dudes every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a man, he'd probably be like, throw that phone over there.
Right. Exactly.
But those my brothers, though. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to know them and love them. That's my fam. Like, and it's so funny because PM is the only one I've actually met in person. That's the crazy part about it. I mean, I've only met him once in person. I did not know he was like that short. I was like, damn. Okay.
Don't do PM! Because you only 5'1", so what you mean? Girl, why you doing like that?
Tall, for real. You could have never told me he wasn't tall, man. But
oh my God, that's so funny. Well, I'm 5'6", so if you ever meet me, I would be towering over you because you 5'1".
I think you're probably about 5'8", 5'9", so somewhere around there. I think that's about it. I just expected him to be 6 feet or something like that. I don't know. It seemed like 6'2" or something like that. The fly's tall. He taller than mama. I'm like, gee. And I thought the opposite. So but he in Hawaii, so them flights cost too much. Even going over.
Girl, them cost 2 pair of shoes and a Soul Princess bag.
That's our thing we got going on now. We do have 2 shows. We're in the works, so we're gonna be starting next month.
Okay, awesome.
Both of those going, but it's just a fun time. We get the chat involved, and I like, I just off a person being to watch shows and things like that. You get to interact in the chat and say stuff like we have right now. But being a part of the show is like having the audience be a part of the show was a big thing for me. And I know a lot of people say, well, the chat get biased and, those are their friends and things like that. Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like the interaction, you know what I'm saying, helps people to pay attention more. Yeah. And to, bring them in too. So I don't know. And then like it takes that pressure off the judges. Because when you judge, when you up there and you judging and you have to pick what shoe you like best based off a question, the chat can get mean.
Yeah.
So, at this point, we're like, well, that's who y'all picked. And so don't come over here with us because we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I do feel like it's kind of like a family reunion because, when for me that comes in to watch the battle, a lot of people, hey, what's up, Kicks? Hey, Kicks Refresh, then I say hi to other people. It's truly like a family reunion where it's like people that you feel like you haven't seen in a long time, but you see every week, for the battle. And I think that one of the things that I love about, Who Has a Heat as well is, you holding it down for the ladies. I feel like that's kind of how I feel when I'm on lives with the Kick
Yeah.
Squad. I'm like, it's only me and maybe D Reed, you know,
Right.
she's free. So I'm just like, it's nice to know that like we're out here. You know, it's not that very many of us, but we're holding it down and we're being seen, you know, in these different spaces.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Cause she's so busy. I'm like, she be coaching, she be doing all her thing.
I'm like, girl, you a whole celebrity now.
Right. Hello. I was like, can I be your friend, girl? Can I be your? I be like, I know who that is. I know who
Trust me, I'll be like, so I'll be texting her, did you forget about me? Hey, girl, hey.
There's a lot of women in the sneaker community. I just think, you know, we all kind of, as women, we just kind of like used to being in the shadows when it comes to sneakers, because that's just how it is for women. But now that we're coming more to the forefront, you see a lot of more women communicating with each other. You get to support each other and things like that. And, you know, it's not just the girls with their booties out showing a pair of ones or something. You know, it's like, you know, it's the real girls. It's these thick ones out here got some nice shoes.
Right. They do. I'm telling you, I'm like,
some nice shoes too. So, you know, I think it's starting to turn away from that to where it was more of a model type deal in a pair of kicks, to where people are really starting to respect and see that there are women that really do like these shoes and don't just think they're cute. You know, you don't get that mentality. And, you know, can tell you about a shoe through and through, the history of it and all that.
Yep.
You know, so I love that. I really like that, you know, seeing women on panels and things like that, more women on panels, because before you didn't, you know, they'd be a guest. But you maybe have a guest on there, because, you know, I used to be on Monday Mid, so like I was about to be on the panel, like
right,
you know, all the time. Because that's one of the first shows I started watching when I really started getting into the sneaker community and things like that. And they actually had a battle. It was the first battle I had ever done.
Dang.
And I actually ended up winning on there. I was like, this broke. Y'all broke this one. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. And that's how I got to know a lot of people like Word and Danny and a lot of people. So yeah, it was cool.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of shift gears to our last couple of things for the night. So what are some of the upcoming releases on your radar? And chat, feel free to participate as well.
So I got this thing with myself where I said I wouldn't buy nothing else this month. Nothing else this month, but next month. Next month. Those 13s coming out, baby. I got that.
Are you talking about the Obsidians?
Yes. Oh, I'm a sucker for blue too on the shoe. So
I seen those in here.
I saw.
Well, not in here, but somebody sent me a picture.
Ooh. So those are ones for me that I want to get. And the thing is, though, with ones I never really know if they're gonna drop in grade school until they do.
Yeah.
The pollen ones are coming out, so that's that's what I want. The thing about the pollen ones is I didn't like the Wu-Tang Dunks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same.
Pollen ones got better quality,
but I didn't like I don't know what it was with that color on that. Like, I like Dunks, but I think it was just that is like, I'm more of a, I guess, a flashy dunk person, if you want to call it that. They got a way for me to like them, but those are it. And then the women's sea foams are coming out, so I like.
You like those?
Yeah, I like those. They're gonna have the same feel as the Shadow 2.0s.
Okay.
Like that. It's not going to be an all leather shoe, which that's another thing I've been kind of looking at lately. The ones are coming out more so in that type of material than the leather, but I like leather more so on my ones than those.
Yeah. Better get them, Holly. What about the 4s?
You would get those on sale. You know what? I don't know. I'm still on the fence about the Lightning 4s.
Me too.
And it's probably because of the amount of them coming out. I'm worried about the quality of them. That's kind of my thing with it. I know that's a big shoe that a lot of people want to go ahead and get, things like that. But when shoes like that come back out, I always worry about the quality on them.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. Like, I get it. That's a Lightning 4, but is it going to be worth, what I got to go through to get it?
Right.
So that's my thing.
That's kind of how I felt about the Fire Red 4s. It was like everybody pair looked crazy different. Some people already had creases. Some people was all messed up. And I'm like,
I almost
I
cried
don't
on
know.
my YouTube channel with them things. I was so upset. I hit on the early pair too. So, and I
Oh, the
was
early pair was
Nike, and I'm like, and the funny thing is, I used to pre-order a while back, a few years ago, through Zeta Kicks. I used to pre-order through there. So, like, they were rumored to drop a long time ago. So I had pre-ordered a pair. I ended up getting like one of the discount codes on them and everything. So, and I had forgot. It had been so long, I had forgot. I think I pre-ordered some shoes back in 2019, and I'm still waiting on some. And they haven't dropped yet. It is what it is. So I'd be like, I'd be trying to tell y'all, you
be on it.
So I had forgot that I had got those shoes. So when I hit on them, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I gotta go through this all again when the shoe drop, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I think I got an email or something about them. And I was like, another pair coming. So those ones that I got off night, they had to go back. It wasn't something that I could think about salvaging. Like the paint strokes on them look like, you ever paint something and then it's almost dry.
Yeah, you didn't ran out of paint.
And then it leave the streaks in it. And you like, I looked at this shoe, I was like, what in the world is, and like it was two totally different shoes. It was crazy. One had hella creases in it. I'm like, nah, y'all need to do something with this. And I was like popping on the grate, and it was like, it's supposed to do that. I was like, you know what? No, this just all jacked up. I don't care what nobody play this. Broke.
Yeah, I'm like, I've worn mine once, and I'm like, I don't even want to wear them anymore because I'm like, they don't look fresh.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? They got creases on them already.
But you didn't do it though. That's the thing. You're like, you got creases and I ain't even do it. I mean, like I can live with it if I did it. And I'm like, okay, I've been wearing my shoes.
Yeah, I didn't wear them things.
I have been wearing these, okay. Yeah.
Girl, looks like somebody skirt.
Yeah, I was like, wow, but yeah, I ended up getting another pair. And actually the pair I got from him looked way better than the pair that came in from Nike.
I think those early pairs was they B grades, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like
and they just didn't want to B grade them.
And they don't want and they don't want to B grade them or put them, drop them in the outlet or anything like that.
Yeah,
just a way to get over, because the way shoes are flying off the shelves now, people never like they doing with the Air Force Ones.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they would have put those in outlets at suggested retail, they still would have sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody would have, all the resellers would have went and grabbed them.
Definitely,
that's what would have happened. They could have still made their money, but like, don't give me no early freaking action.
Is it still going? Think StreamYard jacking up.
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be StreamYard. Last time I was on StreamYard, they sent me an email being like, sorry that there was interruptions in your stream. We're working on it. And I was like, you dirty dog. But the last kind of question, the last question I have for the night is I always do like a little show and tell. I don't know if you have any of your sneakers close by. I actually only purchased one shoe this week. Well, not this week, but this month. I'm on a shoe break as well. I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks. So I told myself for July, I need that money.
You see, they back to mandate mask in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I don't like, I mean, we could cancel it and move it, but it's like Southwest, we're doing Southwest and you got to have a little travel. Yeah. It's just
a lot. Yeah, I'm like, it's almost impossible to do any of that. I think this month there's a couple stacks over there.
Okay, go. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to go get you.
Let's see.
All right, y'all. Everybody in the chat, we got 11 people. Yes, Vegas, sis. Vegas. I cannot wait. I'm so super excited. We're making our itinerary this weekend because we want to make sure there's 4 of us going. So we all want to make sure that everybody, gets to do kind of what they want to do. I went in December and everything was pretty much shut down, but I still had a really good time when I went in December. But everybody in the chat, right, she said a couple stacks, a whole, and you hear her rummaging around trying to get her shoe. But so what did y'all pick up this month? Because I know that there has been the Racer Blue 3s. There's been some Dunks. I don't even know what else there's been. There's been a lot, but I just really been passing on most of it. She said, I went 2 weeks ago. Yes, you did. She said, it was still good.
In Vegas?
Y'all should go zip lining.
That's what I want to do.
They have the zip lining in Old Vegas, like over there on Fremont. I told my sister I really, really want to do that.
I want to do that. We're supposed to all be going like a little sneaker meetup in October.
Oh,
Vegas. So zip lining is one of the things that is like top on my list to do.
Nice.
I don't care if I don't eat. I got to get on that zip line. And people are like, you gonna do what?
Right.
I got like a few pairs over here that I picked up. But I mean, like I said, you see a lot of stuff be on my Instagram. So
okay, well I'm gonna let you go. Well, actually, you know what? I'll go first since I got one free shoe, and everybody probably already seen it because I did a review. But okay, let me put myself on a big screen. So I've been trying to diversify my collection and not buy as many Nikes and Jordans. So this is the Asics and Nice Kicks collab. And I don't know if you all can see in the cherry, but it does say Nice and then Kicks. So I think that's a nice.
Dope.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till after my review. I was like, wait a minute. It says something. So the box kind of has, you can see it there too, where it says Nice Kicks. And on the inside, it's like a mint color. Probably can't see it because of my my lighting. It did come with ivory laces and then mint laces, which the mint laces go hard. So I'm going to show you this one. This one has the mint laces in here.
I like that little cherry tag on there too. That is super cute.
Then the only pink they have is back here. This is the Nice Kicks logo and then the Asics logo. And then on the inside, you also have this. And this is not vinyl, y'all. This is like painted on here. I don't know how to explain it, but here go the red. I mean the pink.
They remind me of those chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah.
What is it? Cordial cherries or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What is it? Core something cherries.
CIAL, something like that.
They be fire.
I don't know why. Everything reminds me of food. I'd be like, what this
But yeah, these are pretty nice. Y'all know if you have any Asics, you know that they're quality sneakers. They do a really good job with the quality. But it is called the Nice Cream. I don't know why they call them the Nice Cream, but you know, Nice Kicks and ice cream. So these were the only thing that I picked up this month, which I'm lying because I picked up other stuff, but y'all seen those last week. And then I'll probably go for those black and white dunks.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. A few things I picked up so far. Well, I'm gonna say so far.
She said so far because she's supposed to be taking a whole.
So I got the first in use Air Max 90s.
Yes.
You know, I saw these. I was like, oh, I gotta have these. I know a lot of people wanted the dunks, but you know, I was like, I want the Air Max 90 with the little spray on there, with the little solution first in there. So I did pick those up, and I love that they had a double laces in here already.
Yes,
because that ain't nothing I could ever do with myself. I can't get jiggy with that. I am not a lace swap person. Yeah, my ones be sitting for a minute too. I be telling my son, tie them up. Please. I'm weak. I did pick up the Ken Griffey 90s. Like I said, y'all know I love
them. Yeah, 90s.
Ken Griffey's. I did get those. I got the Air Max one. I mean the Air Force Ones too. Now the crazy thing is, I'm not a huge Air Force One fan, but for some reason lately, I don't know what.
Did you like the toe box on those 90s? Because they're different.
This one, yeah, with the swoosh on here. Yeah, that's different. That was one. I said, oh, it's got a swoosh on toe box. That's cute. And I was like, and you know what? My son used to play baseball, and I'm so mad he don't play no more because he was really great at baseball, but he just kind of football and went that way.
Right.
But I did get those. I don't want to be having people here all night because you know I be buying a lot of shit.
Right.
So I think these are. Oh yeah. Actually, I got these off eBay. This is my first eBay purchase in a long time. We try to call them the Ronald McDonald's.
Yeah. Those are nice. I've seen those in person.
These have a nice quality on them. So, you know, a lot of people didn't.
Look, a whole stack of shoes.
That was actually just only one little box.
Oh,
It just
that
made
was-
all that doggone noise. It's like the wood floors.
Yo,
And
she
it
did
landed
not.
on the sole of the shoe. That's kind of dope.
Okay.
So, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sure you knowing, like, don't get in trouble. And then one of my pride and joys I picked up this month. My future rider, my White Castle.
Girl, where does it say White Castle on
Okay,
this stuff?
so it's got a bun on the back. See that?
Girl.
The legend in the bun. Then it say White Castle on the tongue.
White Castle be having your stomach in shambles.
Hello. Then it's got like the first price of them, 5 cents is on
Oh,
the
nice.
tag. And then on the insole, it's got
Okay, that's nice.
And it's got it's not like a tacky type of deal.
Yeah.
It's nice, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind
I love that blue outsole though. That's fire.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's fire. Those
And
future riders are so comfortable.
Yes. Oh my god, I have another pair that I just happened to buy because I was like, I thought they were cute, and I was like, when they first, brought out like the women's colorway, I ended up getting a pair of those. So these, because it was White Castle and because it was a future rider, I knew they were comfortable. I was like, oh, I gotta have these. So
right.
Me and my friend got those.
How many shoes is this, Chad? How many shoes is
what's that? 1, 2, 3. That's just 4. This is a must-have for me. Okay, the Obsidian Cork Air Max 90. Let me tell you something.
Okay, I was thinking about getting it.
Out in my I was ready to cry.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I love it's a blue jean shoe. It's got cork on it. I missed out on the Cork 90s. From a while back. So this is like one of the few pair. Like I have 2 other pair. I think the Happy Pineapple might have a cork.
Yeah, on the insole.
It's the insole. Yeah, so that's that one. So that's that. And my laptop is actually sitting on these dunks I hit on. And let me tell you, I thought somebody had sent me some shoes for free. I couldn't figure out where these shoes came from. Because I was like, I'm looking at my sneakers app. I'm like, I ain't hit on these. Where these shoes come from?
Why am I weird?
Come to find out, I must have been in one of my zones, and I must have logged out and logged into my mama account. And girl, I hit on the dunks on my mama account.
Logged into her mama account.
And I'm like, and I didn't notice it. I didn't notice I paid for the shoe. I didn't notice nothing.
That's what's up, though.
This shoe showed up, and I'm like, I'm on Instagram. I'm like, look, y'all, I don't know where this shoe came from.
Don't tell nobody, but I got me a free dunk.
Investigating. I was like, I hope Nike don't come after me. Like, look,
right? They be like, excuse me,
come get it. And let me see if I can. I'm gonna see. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, to hold your laptop up. I feel you on that.
I don't want to make nobody sick with my laptop moving around because I know sometimes I be tripping.
This girl and show 5 shoes.
My bad. I'm sorry. Y'all can kick me off.
No, that's what's up.
But these, and I've never been a fan of dunk lows. That's nothing that I've ever gone after. But these babies are nice. These are
nice.
God. I've been like touching on these and rubbing. Listen, I got a whole relationship with these.
Hello.
These are nice.
What was the name of those? I don't even remember.
They were olive.
Olive dust or something like that.
Dusty olive. That's what
Dusty
it is.
olive.
Yeah, dusty olive. So
girl,
when I touched these, I was like, I opened the box and I'm like, I've been sleeping on a dunk like this.
Now, girl, I would tell you, all of them they ain't got the quality like that.
Oh, okay. So I just happened to get lucky then because these are so nice. Like I had them on my foot. I was walking around the house. I was like, I'm wearing these. I'm gonna be styling and profiling. These are so nice, but I'm gonna spray these before I go out because I'm scared to mess up the material on here. But it's super. So I don't think I have no shoes just like this.
Those are man. I can't even look at them. I'm looking the other way. I can't even look at them. I'm so.
But yeah, those are the ones. Those are some of the shoes I picked up so far this month.
That's what's up, sis. Man, you got when I tell you, y'all don't sleep on 313 and her collection because golly.
You know what? I am since I've been telling. I've been planning to do this, and since I'm getting ready to start, showing videos on my channel again, I am going to be doing my collection video series.
Yay!
So I am going to show my entire collection. I wanted to wait until after the Who Has the Heat, after the Trap House battle, because I was doing a battle on there. So I'm like, I'm doing some more battles, but I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Right. We'll be doing questions and stuff. So I'm gonna do a collection series. It's gonna be a series because I ain't about to be sitting on here looking at all these. Like I said, I got about 400 pairs of shoes, so it's gonna be broken up. I'm not about to. Yeah. I'm not about that life. I don't need nobody.
When are you going on the Trap House, like the jungle G jungles, Dre jungles?
I just finished the battle over there.
Oh dang, I gotta go back and watch it.
I just finished the battle over there. We had a I made it all the way to the championship, but my girl Miss Kicks kicked my ass. Okay, girl is.
I have to go back and watch that.
She got some fire. Okay, like she's an amazing person. Just period. Anyway, I had the pleasure of kicking it with her on the first battle I did when I did with Monday Mid-South. So she's like a dunk master. Okay, like.
It's hard to compete with them dunks. I got definitely 2 per to somebody else's.
I probably got like some concept dunks. My little what I got I got the dog walkers. I got the Christmas sweater ones, the ugly Christmas sweater ones. I got these. I got a few others that people really slept on. Like I had to do my 11 dunk. They had those come out, the Space Jam dunks, and then the bread dunks. Those came out. People slept on those, but I had to have those. Like I said, packs, weirdo.
That's dope.
But these dunks though, that's probably like one of the best pickups I've had this year. 1, it was a surprise, and 2, they so buttery.
Those are nice. Those are great.
Yeah, those are great.
Awesome.
But
thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for being here. Like I said, this is just a way to highlight, some of the amazing women in the community that do have sneaker channels primarily. A lot of times we can get kind of lost in the YouTube algorithm, just with a lot of men that are doing sneaker YouTube, which isn't a bad thing. I just feel like there's not that very many of us. And, we want to give each other ours as much as we can, because it's a community. And like I said, you were one of the first channels. It was like yours, Q the Queen, TJ. I'm trying to think of who else, but like that was all I knew. Like literally, that was like all I knew. So I was like, wow, I know if they can do it, I can do it. And I've grown a lot because of the inspiration that I got from you all's channel. So I definitely want to kind of bring that full circle and have you all on Pop the Culture. So thank you again, like I said, for I guess being on Pop the Culture this month.
You're thinking of me. I'm like, you want to be on your show? I'm like,
yeah, girl, they were super excited. Tell them, ooh, I'm ready. I can't wait for this one. I said, okay.
I know. I'm telling E, I'm like, hey, I'm about to be on the show, y'all. I'm about to be on somebody's show. They're like, shut up. I'm like, what?
Shut up.
They're like, you always on something. I'm like, for real? No, I'm not. I'm like, this different though. This different. I'm like, y'all don't get it. This different. It's not a battle. This is somebody talking to me, asking me about what I like, and just getting to know regular old me, like, this is definitely dope. I like this. I love it. I'm like I said, I'm super stoked to be here.
And you ain't shy. Talk about some shy.
Cool. I've been trying to be a little cool and be like, That's why he over there like, stop smiling. I'm like, what you smiling for? I'm like, teasing. I'm like, because he's excited.
I'm very, 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 very excited. I'm very, very excited.
That's me. But I appreciate you so much for thinking about me. Like,
absolutely.
To be on your show, like, oh, okay, I'm on somebody's show.
It's all of our show. It's all of our show. But
but I mean, it's a good thing to you highlighting women within the culture and things like that, and letting people get to know them and say, hey, look, we here, we out here, we ain't going nowhere, come see us, we here. So I truly appreciate that. You're using your platform to, put women out there and show us in a positive light, because, people always think, oh, women catty, this, that, and
right.
No,
we had a good old time.
We get along.
We had a good old time. Yeah, well, absolutely. All right, y'all. So everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming through. If you are not following 313, which you probably are, I did put her YouTube and her Instagram down in my description section. So please make sure to show her love. She will have that collection video very, very soon. So just keep your eyes peeled, had a notification bell on, all those good things. If you haven't already, go to my page and view my last 3 sneaker reviews that I had. I had some early heat on there, so I do have the dunks, the first use dunks, already on my channel. I do have the Happy Pineapples as well as these Asics. So like I said, shout out to everybody that is here. And like I say at the end of all of my videos and on Pop the Culture, it's your girl K Fresh. And until next time, you already know what to do. Stay fresh.